Hello and welcome. I am Dr. Lara May, a clinical pharmacist specializing in functional medicine, as well as a certified yoga teacher and Reiki master. I run a truly integrative health coaching practice encompassing functional medicine lab testing, yoga and meditation, and a sprinkling of Reiki energy medicine. Join me here on Light Body Radio to break through your health plateau and come into alignment with your natural vitality. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Light Body Radio. I'm your host, Dr. Lara May, and today I am going to bring you a part 2 of a episode I did back in September, and I realized recently that I never followed up with the second half. So back in September, I did a Cultivating Self-Love and Body Image episode. And today I would like to focus on the body image aspect. Back in September, I really focused on the self-love, and they do go hand in hand. I feel like you really can't have, I guess you could have a positive body image and maybe still struggle with self-love, but I definitely feel like the two are connected. So today I'm going to be using one of my favorite tools. It's a Gabrielle Bernstein book. It's called May Cause Miracles, and it's a 40-day guidebook of subtle shifts for radical change and unlimited happiness. So I found this book early on in my journey, and I really liked the fact that it was a 40-day practice. So each day in this book are some exercises, and it's broken up into focuses for each week. And so there, in week 3 of this book is body image. And so what I want you guys to keep in mind today is that this is a practice of, shifting our perception, of changing our mind, of changing how we think, and hopefully trying to stop judging ourselves and coming to a level of love and acceptance with our physical bodies. And so the tools that I'm going to take you through today that are part of this chapter in this book are not meant to be overnight miracles. I mean, and you definitely can have those shifts, and I hope and wish that for you, but I also want this to be like real and real talk and realistic expectations. And so, at least for me, from what I found working through this practice, is that it brings up lots of experiences and emotions and, past judgments, current judgments. And so it really, every time something like this comes up for us, it's another chance for us to heal. It's another chance for us to choose again, to choose differently, so that we get out of this cycle. And so really, what Gabby talks about in this chapter is that our bodies are learning devices. They are here to remind us of our true essence. So we are spiritual beings having a physical experience in these human bodies. And I am of the personal opinion that our souls chose to incarnate in these bodies that we have now at this specific time to, learn and experience a wide variety of things. But with that said, our souls chose the bodies that we're in. And if you think about that the bodies that we have are here for a purpose. I think that really takes this whole struggle. I think it's a struggle for a lot of women. I'm sure men struggle with it too. That we are spiritual beings. We are these balls of energy, and we are in these physical bodies. We are in these human bodies. And this physical form is a spiritual assignment. And ultimately, our souls want to return to oneness, return to love. And A Course in Miracles teaches us that our bodies are here to learn these spiritual lessons and show up and participate in them. And it's not always easy, it's not always fun and games, and it can definitely be emotionally triggering and challenging. But we are here to transcend the fear, transcend polarity, transcend the judgment that society and the media and maybe our families or our religions or whatever, all of this crap that has been sort of projected onto us. We're here to transcend that and to see through the eyes of compassion and love and unity. And that starts with us. Very early on in these lives, we are taught to identify with the terms short, fat, tall, skinny, sick, etc. Or we're even maybe taught to identify with a certain disease state or our nationality or our gender, for example. We are even taught to use our bodies to manipulate other people and sometimes ourselves with things like sex, money, and success. We are also taught to be afraid with our body. Don't get fat, no one will love you. Don't get sick, no one will hire you or you won't be able to keep a job. So through all of these things that we are taught from outside of ourselves, we are really sort of doomed, if you think about it, or we're just really sent down this path that to judge ourselves, to judge other people based on our physical appearances. So choosing to continue to see our body through these egoic filters will ensure that we stay stuck in a pattern of separateness and inadequacy. And, sometimes it even spirals down to self-loathing. It's definitely not loving. So when we constantly or regularly engage in these negative thought patterns, it actually negatively affects our body's energy field and therefore our physical body. We are therefore contributing to our own current physical state with our thoughts, words, and actions. So fear, resentment, self-hatred, judgments, these literally all attack our bodies. And as we begin to realize and acknowledge how this energy affects us on a physical level, we can then see how spiritual and energetic modalities can greatly support our physical well-being and our physical healing. A Course in Miracles says that each time we judge or attack ourselves, we separate from the true being of which we are, which is love. So essentially, each time we judge and attack ourselves, we feel like crap. We think we feel bad because we're fat or ugly or poor or whatever, but really it's because we are separating from love. So what do we do about it? Or what do we do then, I should say, once we feel like crap, we're separated from love? Well, we numb further. We anesthetize ourselves with substances, food, sex, shopping, TV, social media, a variety of things. And we get into this pattern of attack thoughts, numbing, more attack thoughts, more numbing. And for me, I know that my body is one of my greatest teachers. And I am so much more aware of my thoughts and actions and how they affect my physical state now more than ever. And I'm so grateful for this. It's so nice too that even when I catch myself in this pattern now, I can, snap myself out of it. I have tools that I don't have to stay stuck in this pattern. I don't have to feel helpless. I don't have to just sort of, feel disempowered. So I eat clean. I move regularly. I practice. Again, practice is the key word. I practice loving thoughts and I notice what's coming up for me and I respond in kind. I reinforce my miracle mindset daily. This is a daily practice. And living this way enables me to be happy, healthy, and have the energy to invest in what really matters to me. So I'm going to take you through a couple steps. And in the book, Gabby dedicates each. So the way I've structured this for today is that we're just going to go step by step. But in the book, she has you practice some of these steps for a whole day and then move on. So I would say it's up to you, whatever you feel called to, wherever you feel like you are. Maybe there's one step that you need to spend more time on. Definitely do that. And maybe there's others you can sort of use it in a stepwise fashion. And then, of course, the more comfortable you get with this work, the more you'll be able to move through sort of more fluidly. So step one, and some of these steps might sound familiar because these, to me, are like the basics of changing our habits, changing our thoughts with so many things. So today we're just applying them to our body image and our self-love. So step one is your perception and your awareness. How have your false perceptions of your body image kept you in a cycle of fear and judgment? Step one is just to be the witness, the non-judgmental witness of your ego's body perception. When you catch yourself, whenever you catch yourself with that internal dialogue saying mean things to yourself about your body or saying judgmental things, stop and say, I choose love instead of this. And just that one simple sentence tells the universe, tells your higher self that you are willing to change, that you are ready to change, and that you don't want to continue down the same path. So step one, perception, awareness, be the witness, the non-judgmental witness. And when you catch yourself in this cycle, stop yourself and say, I choose love instead of this. Step two, invite your higher self, spirit or source, God if you prefer, invite them in to help you. When you choose to let your spirit guide your thoughts, you will be led to see love and to use your body to extend more love out into the world. Stop trying to, quote, fix yourself or fix what's wrong. Instead, open up to your guides and let them lead you back to love. I like to use this step in my daily meditation, and I do something just as simple as meditating on the mantra, my body is light, or I am light, or even I am the full consciousness of source light. So any of these, whatever resonates with you, and, just ask for your higher self and your guides to come in for the highest and greatest good so that you can learn to return to love and love your physical body and be in this physical body. Step three, choose a more deliberate, loving perspective of your body. So, Lesson 199 in A Course in Miracles says, I am not a body, I am free. Remember that you are an energetic being having a physical experience. Focusing, meditating, repeating this mantra surrenders your ego to your true nature and helps you put back into alignment your core essence. So remember, you are love, you are energy. You are not a body, you are free. Step 4, gratitude. Focus on what you love about your body. This will help strengthen your loving perception muscle. Focus on gratitude for your body's true purpose and release false illusions. So remember, your body's true purpose is to bring love into the world. So we can release our false illusions. And maybe just start with a simple little I am statement. I am grateful for my body. Step 5 is the practice of forgiveness. It's time to throw down the F word. Forgiveness will help you release anger, attack, and resentment towards yourself and others. If you remain unforgiving, you will then recreate that negative experience over and over and over. Through forgiveness, we get to interrupt the cycle and heal. Even if you think you're not ready, maybe you're not ready to forgive those that hurt you. Maybe you're not ready to forgive those that convinced you of all of the mean things that you say to yourself. Be willing and open. Just see what unfolds. Be open to new possibilities. It's amazing what can happen when we are willing to forgive. Just the slightest willingness is enough to see drastic change. And step 6 is acceptance of your true self. So once you have become aware of your perception, you've invited your higher self in for guidance, you have chosen to be not a body, but free energy. You are grateful. You have forgiven yourself and others. Now it is time to come into a state of acceptance. Accept the true function of your body is love. You are a messenger for love. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. It is short and sweet, but full of content and 6 steps to get you to a place of a better body image and more self-love. So try these, write them down, put them into practice. Maybe try, committing to one step every day for a week, just like in Gabby's book, and see what shifts for you. To me, I think that we could probably take this and, dedicate an entire month to it. And maybe that's what, we should all do together. That would be a fun challenge if we all got together as a group and practice these and we're there to support each other. So let me know when you start to implement these practices in your life, what shifts, what changes, what comes up, and what you are able to transmute and transform. I always love hearing your feedback. I thought this would be a timely topic since the holidays are coming up. And, we always seem to, even though the holidays are a fun time, sometimes it's also we take advantage and allow ourselves to beat up on each other and ourselves just a little bit more for some reason. So don't do that, and instead do these practices to get to a place of more lovingness for yourself. And I will catch you next week. Namaste.